Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kairos, and welcome back to Cold Waters. We have a bit of a situation here. We still have one torpedo tube jammed, we have some battle damage, and we have orders to go and deal with this enemy task force. Now, we've only got limited weapons on board as well. So, all in all, this is not an ideal situation, and we're going to roleplay this as we have sort of complained about this, said, hey, we're damaged, we need to get back home, and they've been like, you're the only submarine in the area, we need to deal with this, so go in there. So we're going to go in, and we're going to try and stay alive. That is the priority at the moment. Keeping alive and doing as much damage as we possibly can to the convoy in the process. I actually had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier, so we missed the first few minutes of the search. We just potted around looking for them, and we have indeed found them, I think, just south of Hong Kong. It's currently the 29th of September, and we have a calm day with a very strong surface duct, which is going to help us out considerably, and a very strong thermal layer. So this, hopefully, is going to be okay. But I'm pretty sure that this is indeed the task force. We shall soon know. First things first, we don't want to close in any closer than this. We're going to have to, again, prioritize staying alive here. Let's just check our status report here. We do indeed have some, I think we've got 7 torpedoes left, so we've got enough to deal with this task force, but then, yeah, that's about it. We're loaded up and ready to go, so I guess we'll stay at 25 kilometers distance, and let's go to battle stations. Let's see if we can stay alive for this one. We're going to need all the luck we can get here.
Sonar new
Instantly go to ultra quiet. 279 is where they are off. We've already got a contact.
Sonar new contact bearing 255. Designated Sierra 2.
Oh dear. We need to get below this. Down, down, down.
Sonar new.
Make depth 350 feet. Dive high.
We need to get below this duct right away. This is not good. We need to get below the layer here. Very strong duct, very strong surface layer. Well, that's good. That is good. That is going to help us a lot. Of course, it's also going to hinder us because we're going to have trouble identifying whatever this is. So we'll try and do this now before... Oh, they're pinging us. That's a warship for sure. Probably another Jiangwei. Yep, looks like it's a Jiangwei FF.
Sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
What are you? Haha. Gyeongsha. That's our target.
Sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
What do we have here? That looks like a warship. Sounds like a warship.
Sonar lost
Damn it.
contact.
We've gone below
Sierra
the layer.
1 last bearing 280.
Maybe we should have stayed up for a moment until we were sure. Well, that looks fairly close. It's totally faded. I'm tempted to fire. If we can't hear them, then maybe they can't hear us. I'm tempted to fire now and make a run for it. And just hope for the best. This situation is not good, because if we look at our condition here, where is it? Damage control should be here. We've got our hull integrity is at 89%. I think that's 89% hull integrity, not 89% damage. If that's 89% damage, then that's not good at all. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how much health we have left. So we just got a minor hit near the propeller. It wasn't even a direct hit that time. It actually went off on our noisemaker. I'm pretty sure. Now I dare not go active. I dare not. We could come up above the layer again before we fire. They are coming our way, which is good news. But you know what? Because survival is a priority, I'm going to start to drift down 400 feet.
Make depth 400 feet. Dive high.
And we're going to just shoot a spread and start.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 281.
Yeah, it's not over there. Bullshit. But we can at least identify it. It's a looter. That's not good. That's a sub-killer.
Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
Alright, let's get nice and deep. That's probably good enough to fire torpedoes. I don't want to fire them any deeper than that. And let's Fire. They're set to run high. Let's fire one. Put one here.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
We know that's the general vicinity of where they are. It's not a great solution at all, but we need a spread. We need to
Dive at 400
fire two.
feet. Dive high.
Maybe make that a little bit more like so. We need a spread of torpedoes to cover us, and we can't risk them finding us right away and just dropping things on our head because we have no moss. We can't really distract them with that. So if they hear that launch right away, they will probably send a helicopter over to screw us over. We'll put this one a little bit further along. It may miss, but maybe not. 5-3.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
We'll start dropping down as deep as we can, let's say 600 feet.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive high.
Now, we've still got that battle damage, so I'm not sure how much that's reduced our crush depth. But I don't want to go to... I don't want to go to below that 600 meters, unless I absolutely have to. 600 feet, I think that is. But we have torpedoes on the way. We haven't lost the wires for any of these yet, which is good news. So now it's just the waiting game. They seem to be still moving. Let's actually put a bit more of a spread here. Maybe there. There we go. So now these should get to their... This is the priority target here. If we can take this out, I think we can say we've done our job. I don't think... There may be more ships in the area, but I don't think so. Let's actually start turning, not too much because we'll lose the wire. Let's turn away. They're coming directly our
Helm
way.
right to 006. Helm aye.
I want these to go active early because we don't really know how far. They might be much closer than this. That's not a good solution at all. 51% is not reliable. So they may be a lot closer to us than this is leading us to believe. Tempted to drop the wire on one of these just to reload a torpedo, but that would mean going off silent running, which we are definitely set for. Yes, we are. So we're going to let these go active about now, actually. Let's have this one heading a little bit that way, and this one that way, just so that they're spread out a little bit.
Con, helm, steady course.
Alright,
Dive at
that's gone active.
600
That's
feet. Dive
running
high.
straight and true, which is what I want. It's set to run high, so it should be heading towards the surface now. We're gonna... Oh shit. I've got to turn off that damn event camera. I just need to work out how to do that in the menu later. I'll tolerate it for now. Every time I reload this game, it seems to turn the event camera on again. So that can be very distracting in a sticky situation when you're trying to evade torpedoes. Although I'm sure it does make for interesting viewing for you guys. So let's go back to the map here. Map. Thank you. Let's turn that slightly that way. That's running nice and high. The Kyongsha is starting to make a run for it. Let's turn her a little to port. So we've got a nice spread of torpedoes there, and they don't know where we are, which is good news. This is excellent. I'm glad this task force seems to be fairly small. I dare not go any deeper than that, and I dare not secure from silent running. This is quite tense, actually, because this situation it may not look like a dangerous situation, but it is. We've got two sub-killers here, and if they decide to locate us... Yeah, see, they're looking. I think that's a sound. That there is a listening device. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on modern sound gear, but whatever that is, it's probably can hear us. So, good thing we're not reloading torpedoes right now. We want to stay. Shall we risk? We'll risk another 50 feet.
Make depth 650 feet. Dive
I
high.
really don't want to go any lower than that, but let's turn away from that device. That's really not good. We may lose the wires here, but I need to start turning away.
048. Helm aye.
Because they will start to spread that arc. You can see our submarine down there, and this device is just sitting here listening away. They are looking for us, but they don't know. They don't know where we are. I'm really hoping these torpedoes actually lock on their target. Come on, boys. So you can see there, that is not
fire control.
good. That's
Weapon
one.
acquired.
You can see that's not reliable, right? So that there is...
Fire
Yes.
dive at
That's what I want.
650 feet. Dive I.
That's what I want. This is so far going very well. We just need to evade those aircraft, and we might have this one in the bag. Shit. It's another listening device. I'm not sure where that one was. This here, this strong layer, is really going to help us out with that, actually. Because those things work on the surface, and this will hopefully protect us from that sound gear. Now, I'm worried that this is actually going to miss its target. Let's go back to the map. It's much easier that way. Let's actually turn this
Helm, steady course.
a little bit. Like so. See if we can pick it up.
Sonar lost contact.
Something went boom. Yep, got it.
2, last bearing 253. Contact breaking up. Sonar
Got
lost contact. Sierra 3,
Textbook.
last bearing 235.
There's a
Contact
noisemaker.
breaking up.
Passing 700 feet.
Oh shit, we're sinking. What the hell?
Make depth 600.
We're flooding.
feet.
Oh my god.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
We need to get up. We need to get up right now.
Passing 800 feet.
We need to get up. We need to get up. See, this is why, damn it, you don't go into battle with battle damage. Bloody... tubes.
Damage control parties. Late at the control room.
How
Passing
are we...
900 feet.
We're still sinking. We need some speed.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering.
We need to... We're not going to need to blow ballast, but
maneuvering. Making turns for
we're going to need to add
10
ballast.
knots.
Positive ballast. So we're starting to raise up.
Sonar noisemaker bearing
Jesus.
274.
I didn't even notice that flooding. I was so preoccupied trying to get this looter that I didn't even notice that we were flooding.
Control. We've lost the wire.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, well, we just have to hope for the best. We might try and reload. I know the torpedo rooms are flooding, but that's really not good. I should have been keeping a better eye on the situation. We might have to blow ballast here.
15 knots.
We're
Maneuvering
slowly
eye.
coming up. Oh my god, any moment we could implode.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
We're just gonna have to rely on decoys.
Passing 800 feet.
I can't believe... I mean, I bet some of you probably noticed that, and you were going, "You're sinking! You're flooding!" And this is the problem with these games. I mean, in reality,
700 feet.
you would be much more... You'd have a crew to tell you when things like that... You know, we're springing a leak.
Sonar noisemaker bearing.
Passing 600
The
feet.
sub can't hack it. You know, you'd have help. But, you know, okay, we're okay, I
Passing
think.
500 feet.
Let's start to ease off a little bit, because we'll broach otherwise. We don't want that. So let's just level off, and maybe 20 on the ballast there. Tanks, let's lower that even more, actually. Now that we should be able to get the flooding under control. We should. Oh, actually, no, let's keep that up. We're going to start sinking again really rapidly, actually. Because we've got 2 compartments flooded. We're going to have to surface, people. Well, you know, or come to the surface. We're going to have to go above that. Oh, Jesus. I'm going home after this. This is ridiculous. We cannot.
Passing 500 feet.
We simply cannot risk this any longer. Let's reload a torpedo here. Jesus, we're still sinking. And they are still looking for us. Oh no. Aircraft. I should have been keeping a better eye on it. Flooding.
Lost contact. Sierra.
Passing
Got it.
500 feet.
500 feet. That's good. That's good. We can stay here for a little while. Okay, we just need to concentrate on getting away from this area. And that might take a little while. So this is the tense part. We've got 2 compartments with water in them. We are having a lot of trouble maintaining our depth. And just the damage to our submarine is starting to really tell. We shouldn't implode now, but let's slow down a little bit. We're going at 20 knots. That's too fast.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Oh no.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay, they still don't know where we are. And I really need to do something about that bloody event camera. I need to find the hotkey for that.
Maneuvering. Making turns for
We're still sinking? Yes, we are.
Knots.
So let's get a bit more speed.
Make turns for 15 knots. maneuvering
I'm
up.
trying to avoid blowing ballast.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
What we're doing here, I'm trying to find a balance between not speeding up too much, not coming too close to the surface with those aircraft around, and not sinking and imploding at 1,000 feet, which will happen without warning, just as indeed it would in real life. If you get too deep, sometimes you might hear a bit of creaking, but then suddenly, boom, the whole thing just implodes at once, which would be a quick but no doubt horrible death. And we want to avoid that particular demise. The flooding is still
Passing
an issue.
500 feet.
Let's see whether we've got 2 compartments. God. Damn it. They're still listening for us. We need to skedaddle. And I will stop babbling now. I have a tendency to talk when I'm stressed, so you'll forgive me, I'm sure. Oh, I need a sip of my coffee with this, people, because I'm enjoying this this series, and I really don't want to die here. I want to keep this going. I'm hoping we get, at least 6, maybe. Let's aim for 6 at least episodes out of this season before we die. That would be nice. I'd consider that to be, successful. Ultimately, though, the aim is to avoid dying altogether, and that's something we're going to be very, very careful about. How are we looking for depth? 500. We're not going to be able to get that flooding under
Passing
control.
500 feet.
Are we sinking or are we rising? We're slowly sinking, so just a little more on the planes, I think. Little more on the planes. Now, I know this is probably tedious at this point. You guys feel free to skip ahead. I'm not going to do any time compression here. I just want to listen. But for this sort of thing, another listening device. I don't know where these are coming down, but we would be able to hear the splashes in the water, of course. We'd be able to hear the aircraft. I don't think they're anywhere near us, because I can't see our sub out there. That looks like sunken ships in the distance. So, yeah, we're over there trying... So they're miles away. We're still sinking. Oh, no, we're rising now. We're definitely slowly rising up. And I think
Passing 500 feet.
that's a good... We're just going sort of at 1 or 2 feet per second. And I think that's... Or every couple of seconds. And I think that's a good, gentle pace to sort of be rising up very slowly towards this duct here. They have no idea where we are. The danger we've faced here in this particular engagement, which was textbook until we started to sink, was that we sprung a leak and just very, very rapidly started to sink. I don't actually know how long I was sinking before I actually noticed that. I'm going to have to go back and watch the video and find out. That's just something I'm going to have to be more aware of in future. Keep an eye on everything. Alright, I think we're okay to just continue like this, slowly rising up until we can start to pump the water out. We may have to slow down. That's the other thing. But if we can get one compartment fixed, then we should be okay. We're not going to reload any more torpedoes now. I think we've sunk everything that is worth sinking. Excuse me, my throat's going now. And hopefully, these aircraft will have to fly to land, because they've only got limited fuel. They'll be worried about that. They hopefully dropped their payload and they've buzzed off, which would be fantastic, because then we can get this flooding under control. She's still rising up slowly. And I might go a bit quiet here just so I can save my voice for this episode. I do apologize, not the most professional episode I've made in my YouTube career, but hopefully you guys will bear with me here. You know what, let's do a little bit of time compression, just a little.
Passing 400 feet.
Just until we get to this. I think the aircraft have gone, or if they've gone off in the other direction to the point I can't hear them now. So we might be all right. We're gonna
Passing 300 feet.
keep rising up, and we're gonna do a little more time compression. This is the real danger now. When we pop up here, they might hear us.
Pass.
Con sonar.
Yep.
We are cavitating.
Let's slow down. Shit. I was gonna.
Con sonar. No longer cavitating.
This is why I don't do time compression that often. Now we'll probably start to sink at this point because we don't have the propellers pushing us up anymore.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Looks like we're maintaining our depth actually, and the water is starting to come out of the compartments. That's fantastic. We may be able to get this situation under control, people. That was almost a disaster of my own making. God, I'm an idiot. That's the problem when you're running a submarine all on your own, I guess. And again, in reality, you would get indications of how the hull was holding up in those sort of situations. And I strongly suspect that, you know, if a submarine was damaged in any way, it would probably be straight back to port. These things are way too expensive to risk. Unless, I suppose, unless it was a do or die situation, like I guess this is, where you have an entire country depending on this one submarine, you would never risk something like this. But you know, I'm not an expert on modern warfare, to be honest. Let's keep pumping. Do a little more time compression. We are still rising up, so I'm going to lower the speed a little bit here to 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering
And
on.
let's ease off the planes, I think. No, that way. Other way. Thank you. Are we still rising? We're rising quite quickly, actually.
Passing 100 feet.
Ballast. 10.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Yeah, we're actually going to broach if we don't watch it. So I'm going to
Passing 100 feet.
ease off the planes. Let's just ease everything off and see how we sink. Why are you not pumping
Damage
this one
control
out?
parties. Damage control parties.
Reactor.
Damage
Okay.
control parties. Into the reactor space.
Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to which room corresponds to which one here. So this is the reactor room that we have flooded here. I think we're going to be okay, people. This is all good. We've got it under control. Let's actually reload our torpedoes now. I think those aircraft have gone. Oh, I spoke too soon. I spoke way too soon.
Passing 200 feet.
Yeah, we are sinking again. Quite quickly, actually. Which is probably good, considering that... Jesus, we are really sinking. Up, up, up. More... A little bit more, ballast, please. This, I'm considering doing some editing. I was not going to edit this video. I think I might just leave it how it is and let you guys see the whole thing so you know I'm not cheating. But,
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I really should not have loaded this. So that noise, that's where that noisemaker is. Okay, we can hear it now because we're above.
Come right to 091
Damn
helm
it, we
I.
just need to get this flooding under control. Can you please get this flooding under control? We need to get up higher. There are still aircraft in the area. Still. We are making
Passing 300 feet.
a lot of noise reloading, and that can probably hear us. So we're not out of the woods yet, people. Not by any stretch. Any moment, and this is what it is like, you know, any moment, something could just drop out of the sky and right on top of our heads and blow us up. It must be a
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
tremendously stressful situation, even in a simulator, even if you're simulating this, you know, in a war game or something. I can't imagine what it would be like in real life. Oof. My father, who used to work in submarines, tells me that I don't know when it was. It's all fairly hush-hush, but there was a war game between the Americans and the the Australians in the 80s, and the Australians won. And apparently the Americans were actually the American Navy was extremely impressed
Steady course.
by that little victory, and they would interview the guys for months about it because they wanted to know how they won, you know. So back then, at least, they were certainly knew what they were doing, and they were taking it all very seriously. So they're called games, but they're games in name alone. It's all interesting stuff. Alright, are we still sinking? Yes, we are. Okay, I'm going to assume that the aircraft has buzzed off now, and we're going to just start getting some speed up and getting...
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Let's really start...
Maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Let's really start
Passing 300 feet.
getting up. We don't want to go too quick, so we need to play around with these planes here. But we do need to get, I think, probably above 180 feet before this water starts going out. At the moment, it's not working out for me. We'll stay at 10 knots.
Passing 200 feet.
Slowly. Steady. Steady, steady. It should be coming out now. I hope this is not boring you guys too much. I know this is not the most eventful thing to be, you know, me fiddling around with the settings trying to get it. It's not the most eventful thing to be watching me trying to get that right, to be honest. But we are finally getting the water out. And we are indeed starting. So at this point I just need to be ready on this here so we can level off. Yep. Good. Good, good, good. That's still going down. And I swear, if they give us
Passing 100 feet.
let's ease off.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Slow down.
Make turns for 5.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
We didn't broach, but we did cavitate, so that's not ideal. Just, no, not negative. Positive, please. A little bit more of that. I think we've got this situation under control now. And as soon as we've got this flooding out, we're going to try and get...
Maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
We're going to try and get out of here. As soon as we got this out. Water out. I feel like I can still hear that in the background. I don't know. Okay, I think we're good. Aircraft nearby, god damn it. Alright, well, we've got the flooding under control, so we should, now that we have the compartment secured, we should be able to get below the layer at least. But we'll just keep a very close eye on that. Let's use the dive controls over here. Make depth for 300 for
Make
now.
depth 250 feet. Dive aye.
300, we've set it for. Well, let's do a little time compression here. We'll watch this time. We'll watch the damage control here. Yeah, we're below the layer, so let's ease off. About, yeah, that's fine. They've already hit 3. Oh shit!
Con dive at 3.
Yeah, they're still looking for us. This is the real deal.
350 feet. Dive aye.
The hunter has become the hunted, as they say, and this is the real deal. This is what this game's about. Long games of cat and mouse between helicopters and submarines. That's what you spend most of your time doing when... So I feel the game is actually throwing everything it's got at me now. This is actually good. Even though it makes for somewhat tedious viewing, this is how the game should be played.
Come left to 060. Helm
We're
aye.
gonna keep an eye on that. Okay, we're gonna be okay, I think, at this depth. We'll maybe stay at 350. I don't want any more flooding. I don't want a repeat of that situation. So we're gonna stay. As much as I'd love to go back down to 600 feet,
350 feet. Dive aye.
we cannot risk it. Maybe 400. Let's push 400. No, let's not. Let's just stay here and stay quiet. And as soon as we get a chance... Why aren't we at silent
Ring
running?
ship for ultra quiet.
Hopefully we won't flood if we're... I forgot to go to silent running. That will help us a lot. Hopefully they will fly away eventually. Let's have a look. Now we've got weapons nearby as well, so all we can do really is just stay quiet, do a bit of time compression,
Con, helm, steady course.
and hope for the best. That torpedo's just doing circles in the area they think we're at. They won't fire off either. So we'll wait just a little bit, keep an eye on this. I'm not sure what the time compression is. I think it's like +8 or something. +4. But we should... in a moment. Okay, that's back to normal speed. We've still got that aircraft floating around. They're really determined to catch us this time. And honestly, I think we'd be dead if it wasn't for this layer. Guys, this is, this has been, pretty tense. This one. Pretty damn tense. Although it was a textbook attack, that flooding really put us in a situation. Oh shit. That went straight over our heads. Did you hear that? So that... oh, they've gone. Thank heaven for that. Let's leave. Why we still can. Oh, interesting. Uh-oh. We may have sunk a civilian. Oops. Oops. We've sunk civilians. That was not part of that task force at all. Oh dear. That's embarrassing. That was a merchant ship on doing its thing. Return to objective immediately. That's unfortunate. We had some collateral there. That was not our objective. That was a task force sent to hunt us down, and they very nearly succeeded too. Well, I think that's more than enough for one episode. I may do some editing there, I don't know. If I do decide to post it just as it is, let me know if you prefer just the videos unedited or whether you would prefer a shorter video. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for viewing. This has been Kairos. See you in the next episode, everyone.